How's it going? And welcome to my long-awaited wishlist for tracks in the new Mario Kart 8 Deluxe Booster Course Pass DLC. And I've been thinking about this for a while now. I've checked out every single track from all of the Mario Kart games and come up with a list of 40 of my favourite ones that I want to see in it, because so far we have 8 announced, so there's 40 more tracks to go. And I'm going to be doing these in some sort of order. A lot of the tracks are grouped together into game. I haven't done this perfectly, some of them are out of place, but most of them will be categorised into each game. There's just a few odd ones out here and there. Don't worry if you don't like my list. This isn't a prediction of what I think Nintendo is going to do, it's just some of my favourite tracks. And I'd love to hear what you think of my favourite tracks and let me know the choices you'd pick for this DLC. So if you enjoy this, consider subscribing to the channel and leaving a like, as that will really help support me. And let's get into this list. Okay, I'm going to be starting off with a lot of Wii tracks to begin with, because that was the first ever Mario Kart game I played as a kid, and has a very special place in my heart, as it's definitely my favourite Mario Kart game for nostalgia. It probably isn't the best Mario Kart game overall, but because I have such good memories with it, I'll always rank it number one. And the first track I want to see is Mushroom Gorge. This one is such a classic Mario Kart Wii track. It's also a retro track in Mario Kart 7, so some of you might know it from that game as well. And it takes you around this really cool gorge area where you go into a massive cave filled with mushrooms that are really bouncy, and you have to launch from one mushroom to the next to get through this section. And I also like the fact that there's two different directions you can go at multiple points in the track. Okay, the second one I've chosen is Toad's Factory. The music in this track is definitely one of my favourites, and the track's so cool. You go around a big factory, and I also liked the fact that it's themed around Toad. Toad's up there in my favourite Mario characters, and you have to try and avoid being squished by the big factory machines as well, so it makes the track just a bit more intense. The next one I've put is DK Summit from Nintendo Wii, and this is a snow-themed Donkey Kong course, which is meant to be like a big ski slope with a bunch of ramps you can do tricks off of on your way down, and near the beginning you have a huge cannon take you up instead of going up the ski lift. And I love this one for having the massive shortcut across the two big holes that you can fall into. Next I've put Daisy Circuit. This is just one of my favourite circuit tracks, which I also mentioned in my predictions video, and I do think it's quite likely this will be in the game. And it has a nice little shortcut at the beginning where you can go up the staircase if you have a mushroom on you. And it's set in a really nice town at sunset, so the sky is really beautiful and orange, and it just has a really nice vibe to it. The next one is one of my favourite tracks ever, and that's Cooper Cape. It's so vibrant and bright, and you drive down a river which makes you go really quick, and eventually you enter a pipe where you have to dodge the electricity, otherwise that would make you tiny and you'll drive much slower. This makes the track a lot more exciting, because at the end the electricity is spinning so fast you have to be really careful. At number 6 I've put Maple Tree Way, and this definitely could be my favourite track of all time. It's really hard to pick, but this one is up there for sure. I love the autumn vibe it has, with the trees having orange leaves and you driving around huge tree trunks. It's also nice to see massive wigglers which you have to avoid. That's pretty fun. And this track has a really nice shortcut at the beginning, so yeah, it has the whole package. So at number 7 I've put Rainbow Road Wii, and probably my favourite Rainbow Road because it's just the one I used to play so much. I would practice this course over and over again, and it has a lot of places you can fall off, so if you get good at it you'll find it easy to beat a lot more newbie players who haven't really tried the game out that much, as in my opinion it's the hardest course in Mario Kart Wii, so if you master it you're pretty much a god. Okay, next I've put Peach Beach, which is actually from Mario Kart Double Dash on the GameCube. This is another one I love, as the beach is really fun to drive around and it's really bright, and yeah, colourful tracks are just my favourite ones. It's nice having the clear sky with the sun out, and it's got a couple routes you can take to spice things up if you want to. Okay, at number 9 I've put Delfino Squared from Mario Kart DS. This one's amazing as it has Piantas from Mario Sunshine, and yeah, it's a Mario Sunshine themed course because Delfino Plaza is from that game, and it adds a bit more lore to the Mario Sunshine world, so you get to see the Piantas working in their market by the seaside, and Delfino Square just seems like a really cool place that I'd actually like to visit in real life. So yeah, the track feels really immersive, which is always a good thing in these games, so that's why I've got it on my list. Okay, at number 10 I've got Waluigi Stadium from Mario Kart Double Dash on the GameCube. This is probably my favourite stadium track. We have things like Wario Stadium, but Waluigi Stadium I thought was so fun. It was also remade on the Wii, so that's where I played it first. It has tons of ramps to trick off of, and I especially like the half pipe where there's piranha plants on each side that you have to dodge. This one's just always been really memorable for me. Coming in at number 11 is DK Jungle Parkway. This is from the Nintendo 64 Mario Kart, so the first one on my list from that game. This just takes you around the jungle, and I really like that environment. It's very green and luscious, and it's also nice that the track is set at sunset, as well as there being an epic jump you can do that takes you across the whole of the river, which could be the Amazon River, I don't know. Okay, next I put Mario Circuit from the GameCube. The Mario Circuit tracks are my favourite, but this one's pretty fun and definitely better than some of the other ones I've played. For number 13 I've put Peach Gardens from Mario Kart DS. I love this one because it's just fun to be behind Peach's castle and exploring her gardens, which reminds me of Super Mario 64 a lot, but you didn't actually get to go and see her gardens in that game because there was like a barrier behind the castle. So it adds a bit more to what we know about Peach's castle, and she has chain chomps as guard dogs you have to avoid. I didn't know Peach would be so evil, but I guess she has to keep Bowser out somehow. It's just a shame that the dogs attack anyone who goes near them, even Peach herself. Okay, at 14 I've put DK Mountain, which is from Double Dash. I like this course because at the start you go up to the top of the mountain, and the rest of the track just takes you down a really cool route going down the mountain all the way back to the beginning, and on your way you'll encounter obstacles like falling boulders, as well as massive drops you can fall off. And this track's actually quite difficult, so it's got a good skill level to it, as it's not so easy that it's boring. The next one I've put is Bowser's Castle from the Nintendo 64. This one's a really classic Bowser's Castle track, and one of my favourite ones. It just seems like a really solid track. Takes you through the gardens in Bowser's Castle, and then all the way up the spiral staircase to the top of a tower, and like always it's a very lava-y, scary course. Okay, at number 16 I've put Mushroom Bridge from the GameCube. The main thing I like about this one is you can actually drive up the sides of the bridge, and they even have boost panels on them, so if you're skilled enough to stay on those you can try that out, and it just adds an extra bit to the course you can try out, so it's not the same every time you play it. At number 17 I've put Daisy Cruiser from the GameCube. I like when Daisy gets her own tracks, and driving around a cruise ship is such a good idea. You go all around the deck of the cruise ship and then even underneath to the kitchens and other areas, and it's crazy to see that you're just in the middle of the ocean with nothing around you. Oh my god, I've put the same track twice. I'll add another one on the end, don't worry. I can't believe I did that. But anyway, the next one is Wario Coliseum from the GameCube, and this one is just a really messy, jumbled course, and I love it. I saw someone say it just looks like a child scribbled all over the piece of paper and they turn it into a track. It's a really long one that takes you all around in weird directions, and it would work really well on Mario Kart 8 with the gravity function. Next I've put Dino Dino Jungle. This one's another cool jungle course, and you get to see actual dinosaurs that you have to avoid on the track. Okay, number 21 is Bowser's Castle from the GameCube. The main bit that stands out to me is like near the end, you get to drive towards a massive statue of Bowser that's actually shooting fireballs at you. Okay, 22 is Rainbow Road on the GameCube. This one's a really long Rainbow Road, so I feel like it should have 2 laps instead of 3, but it's just all over the place and chaotic, which is what I actually love about it. Okay, now onto a lot of DS courses, and the first one is Luigi's Mansion from the DS. I love Luigi's Mansion games, so I really want to see the track that's themed around it in the game, and we also have a Luigi's Mansion battle track already in Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, so it would really go well with that track. Number 24 is a fan favourite, and that's Waluigi Pinball from the Nintendo DS. Everyone loves Waluigi, and I know this track is the favourite among many people. Number 25 is DK Pass from the Nintendo DS. This is similar to DK Summit from the Nintendo Wii, but it's actually got boulders that crash down, which you have to avoid. Number 26 is Airship Fortress from the Nintendo DS. This is quite cool actually, seeing an airship track instead of a Bowser's Castle track, and it's actually got a lot to it, especially when you're having to avoid the cannons. That can get scary. I've also put the Bowser's Castle DS in here. This one's really unique. It has like a weird turning thing that you have to try and stay on, where the track's actually like turning underneath you. Okay, now I've got a Game Boy Advance track, and that is Bowser's Castle 2, which was also remade in the Nintendo DS. This is quite a cool classic Mario Kart looking track. The older ones are more basic, but it actually makes it really fun. Okay, at 28 I've put Banshee Boardwalk from Nintendo 64. I like some of the horror themed tracks, and this is probably my favourite one, especially as you can go into like a house area halfway through the track. It's a lot better than some of the Ghost Valley tracks in my opinion. Number 29 I've put Daisy Hills from Mario Kart 7. That's the first Mario Kart 7 track I've put so far, I think. And yeah, another Daisy themed track. Her ones are really good in my opinion. They're all quite bright and fun. And this one has a really cool start using the new flying mechanic in Mario Kart 7 with the gliders. The next one I put is Woohoo Loop, and this is one of my favourite tracks because it's set in Woohoo Island from Wii Sports Resort. And it was a big shock to me they actually had this in the game, because I think it was the first track actually added that wasn't from a Mario game, which Mario Kart 8 then expanded upon with the first DLC on the Wii U. But this is where it all started, and Woohoo Island's one of my favourite places, and the track is amazing, letting you tour the whole place. Next I put Mario Circuit from the Nintendo 3DS, and this is actually my favourite Mario Circuit track. You get to actually go through Peach's castle, which I love, so that's why it's my favourite. I've also put Alpine Pass from Mario Kart 7, and this is one of the first ones added in Mario Kart Tour, and there's a good reason for that because it is really cool. You go around all these big mountains and cliffs, and you even get to fly around them. At number 33 I've put Wario's Galleon from Mario Kart 7. This kind of reminds me of a Bowser's Castle type thing, but with Wario instead. And I think Wario's a really interesting character, so it's cool to see a track themed around him. That's also why I liked Wario Coliseum a lot. The next one's another Woohoo Island one, and it's Maka Woohoo, and this one's set at sunset in Woohoo Island, which is such a beautiful time for that place. It reminds me of playing swordplay against Matt, the final boss in Wii Sports Resort, and this track's also great like Woohoo Loop was. Number 35 I put Bowser's Castle from Mario Kart 7. Another great Bowser's Castle, and it actually takes you underwater, which I think is the only Bowser's Castle track to take you underwater. I've also put Rainbow Road from Mario Kart 7 because I think it is the best Rainbow Road is a lot more diverse than the other ones because you actually go on the moon and on the rings of Saturn or some planet, so it's really unique compared to the other ones. Alright, next I put Calamari Desert from Nintendo 64. This one's beautiful, it's one of my favourite desert tracks ever made, and having it remade in Mario Kart 8 Deluxe would look really good. Okay, 38, I put Sunset Wilds, which is from the Game Boy Advance, and oh, this one looks beautiful. It has like a purplish looking sunset, and it's in the desert as well, and everything looks so stunning even in the old graphics, so this being in Mario Kart 8 would look even better, and it's been remade in Mario Kart Tour, and even though I'm not the biggest fan of the graphics, it is looking pretty good. Okay, the last one I had on my list is Riverside Park, although I do need to add another one now because of my mistake earlier, but Riverside Park is from the Game Boy Advanced as well, and it's another really beautiful one. I love the trees in this track, they're like jungle looking, and I think would look really great in a remade 3D version, so that's why I've chosen that one as well. Okay, so for the last track I'm going to choose is Rainbow Road from the Game Boy Advance, because I think it would be cool to just add as many Rainbow Roads in the game as possible. I haven't actually included Rainbow Road from the Nintendo 64 or the Nintendo DS in this list, but either one of those three would work here, and I'd actually hope for them all to be in the game because it would be cool to get like a huge Rainbow Road cup. That would be insane. But yeah, either one of those three for the last slot at number 40, and that's all the tracks I can wish for because we know we're only getting 40 in the DLC waves, which I think is definitely enough tracks to keep us occupied for a long time, even though they are remakes, so I do still want a new Mario Kart game to come out, but I think it's really good for the time being, and I hope you guys enjoyed my list of tracks. Please don't hate on my choices if I didn't put in your favourite ones. I haven't played too much of the old ones like the Game Boy Advanced or SNES, so that's why there aren't many of those included, so I'm really sorry about that. But let me know in the comments your favourite tracks, and maybe I can give them another shot and see if I like them enough to change and put them in my list. I really hope you enjoyed this video, and I'm praying that all of these will be in the DLC. Anyway, thank you so much for watching, make sure to like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video. Goodbye.